Hello? Yes. Yeah, you can cancel that reservation, man. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate the call, man. Yeah, we got rained out, so we ain't gonna be able to do it. Okay? Thank you so much. You as well. Bye bye. Sorry, right. Word.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Shalom, you how about Shema with Shah Brother Thumb to all the brothers? Yeah, with Shema all the Thumb by Shema with shout out the sisters. This is Durham, North Carolina Sabbath service. Preaching Officer Maha Yah, me and sister conducting as well as Officer Yanazar. You understand? So we're gonna get straight into it, man. Brother, you could Baba Kashab blow the horn and commence the Sabbath service. Sign Christ. So Amidium, which means to stand. Wapanyak Wadum, which means rise and face east. And we'll start off with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Abanawa.
Abanawa,
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim,
Bashamayim.
Kodash,
Kodash.
Hayah,
Hayah.
Shemka,
Shemka.
Yahweh,
Hawa.
Malakwaka,
Malakwaka.
Taba'ah,
Taba'ah.
Batazayaka,
Batazayaka.
Hayah,
Hayah.
Aisha,
Aisha.
Ba'arataza,
Ba'arataza.
Kawa,
Kawa.
Hayah,
Hayah.
Bashamayim,
Bashamayim.
Nathan Lanawa,
Nathanawa.
Lakam,
Lakam.
Cow,
Gal.
Yawam,
Yawam.
Wasalak Nawa,
Salaknawa.
Kabawat Nawa,
Kabawatnawa.
Kasalak Nawa,
Kasalaknawa.
Kabawat Yanawa,
Kabawatinawa.
Wala'ah,
Wala.
Tabi'aya Nawa,
Tabi'ayinawa.
Manasaya 1,
Banasaya 1.
a ball,
A ball.
Hawashaya Nawa,
Abashayinawa.
Mayan,
Mayan.
Rai,
Rai.
Kaya,
Kaya.
Laka,
Laka.
Hamalakwa,
Hamalakwa.
Waha'ala,
Waha'ala.
Wahapapara,
Wahatapara.
Iwalamyam,
La'awalonyam.
Aman.
Aman. And in English, our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done
Thy will be done
in earth
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread.
and forgive us our debts
Forgive us our debt
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debt.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
but deliver
from
us
evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
Thine is the kingdom
and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
So be it. Prayer for the power of the Hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah,
Baba Kashah.
Baba Kashah,
Nathan Lenawa.
Nathanawa,
Hakak.
Hakak,
Hakak.
Hakak,
Para'ah.
Barpa'ah,
Cow Makala.
Cow Makala,
Wakau Marawa.
Cow Manawa,
Hakak.
Hakak,
Latahar.
Latahar,
Ha Matazarayam.
Hamatazarayim,
Hakak.
Hakak,
Lahakwim.
Lahakwim,
Hamathium.
Hamathium,
Hakak.
Hakak,
Al-Rakawaf.
Arakawah,
Hatama'ala.
Hatama'Allah,
Lagarashan.
Lagarashan,
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Shem Yahweh Shah,
The Wada Aman.
the water Aman. In the English, Yahweh,
Yahweh.
in the name of Yahweh Shah,
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
please give us the power,
Give us
the power to heal
power to heal
all manner of
all
sickness
manner of sickness
and all manner of disease,
and all manner of disease.
the power to cleanse the lepers,
Power to cleanse the leper.
the power to raise the dead,
Power to raise the dead.
the power against unclean
Power
spirits,
against unclean spirits.
to cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shah,
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
thank you, so be it.
So be it. The prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh,
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shah,
Wa Mayaka
Wa
Allah.
Mayaka Allah,
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim,
Matazaba Ya'ah.
Matazabiyah,
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana,
Alawapium.
Alawapyam,
Hasaranyam.
Ha Saranyam,
Kotazayanyam.
Ha Kotazayanyam,
Koya Yoyam.
Ha Koyayoyam,
Wahakwatiam.
Wa Hagwathiam,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
by Shem Yahweh Shah,
The Wada Aman.
the water Aman. In English, bless you, Yahweh,
Bless you, Yahweh.
and Yahweh Shah,
And Yahweh Shai.
and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it.
121st Psalm in Hebrew. Aisha.
Aisha,
Ayanya,
Ayanya,
Al-Haharium,
Al-Haharium,
Ma'ayan,
Ma'ayan,
Yaba'ah,
Yaba'ah,
Isaiah,
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 Ma'aim,
Ma'aim,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Shemayam,
Shemayam,
Wa'aratazah,
Wa'aratazah,
Al-Yathan,
Ayathan,
Lamawat,
Lamawat,
Regalka,
Regalka,
Al-Yanawam,
Ayanawam,
Shamarka,
Shamorka,
Hanala'ah,
Anala'ah,
Yanawam,
Yanawam,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yayashan,
Yayashan,
Shawamor,
Shamor,
Yasha Allah,
Yasha Allah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shamarka,
Shamarka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Tazalka,
Tazalka,
Aliyad,
Aliyad,
Yamyaka,
Yamyaka,
Yawamam,
Yawamam,
Hashamash,
Hashemash,
La'ah,
La'ah,
Yakaka,
Yakaka,
Wayarak,
Wayarak,
Balayallah,
Balayallah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamarka,
Yashamorka,
Makaurai,
Makarai,
Yashamar,
Yashamor,
Atnapashka,
Atnapashka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Yashamor,
Tazaatka,
Tazaka,
Wawaatka,
Wabawaka,
Mayatha,
Mayatha,
Wa'aid, Iwalam.
Wa'ayad Awalam. In English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills,
I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
from which cometh my help.
From which cometh my help?
My help coming from the Lord,
My help cometh from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He will
moved.
not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade
The Lord is thy shade
upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in,
and thy coming in
from this time forth,
from this time forth
and even
and
forevermore.
even forevermore. 83rd Psalm in the Hebrew. Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Al-Dami Alaka,
Al-Damayalaka,
Al-Thakarash,
Al-Thakarash,
Al-Tashakwat,
Al-Tashakwat,
Al,
Al,
Kayahana,
Kayahana,
Awayabyaka,
Awayabyaka,
Yahama,
Yahama,
Yawan,
Yawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Imaka,
Al-Imaka,
Ya'irayamwa,
Yarayamwa,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayatha,
Wayata,
Ya'itazawa,
Ya'itazawa,
Al-Tazapawanyaka,
Al-Tazapawanyaka,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Lakawa,
Akawa,
Wanakakidam,
Wanakakidam,
Magoya,
Magoya,
Wala Yazakar, Salakia, Wala
Wala,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham Yasha'ala,
Sham Yasha,
Iwada,
Iwada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Dawa Aitazawa,
now Aitazawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Aliaka,
Awyaka,
Bariyath,
Baryath,
Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa,
Aholia,
Aholia,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Yashamai,
Yashamai,
Alayam,
Alayam,
Mawa'aba,
Mawa'aba,
Wahagariam,
Wahagorium,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa'amawan,
Wa'amawan,
Wa'amalak,
Wa'amalak,
Palashat,
Palasha,
I'm Yeshabia,
I am Yeshabi,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Alawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Ayawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawai,
Labanya Lawat,
Labanyala Wat,
Salah,
Salah,
Ashalaham,
Aishalaham,
Kamadian,
Kamadian,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sara'ah,
Sara'ah,
Kayabian,
Kayabian,
Manakal,
Banakal,
Kwayashwan,
Kwayashwa,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Ba'ayan,
Bayan,
the
the
Ara,
Ara,
Hayawa,
Ayawa,
the Man,
the Man,
the Adama,
Ladama,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Nada,
Nada,
Yamawa,
Yabmawa,
Kayarab,
Karab,
Wakazaba,
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 Wakatazal,
Wakatazal,
Manai,
Manai,
Kal Nasaya Kamwa,
Cal Nasai Kamwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Nayarasha,
Ayarisha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Ath, Na'awa,
Na'awa,
Alahayam,
Alahayim,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Kagogala,
Kagogala,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
La Panya Rawaka,
La Panya Rabaka,
Kaash,
Kaash,
Sabia Ira,
Yabayaira,
Yaira,
Yaira,
Wakalahaba,
Kalahaba,
Talahat,
Talahat,
Harayam,
Arayam,
Khan,
Khan,
Daradapma,
Daradapma,
Basa Iraka,
Basa Iraka,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapafka,
Wapatka,
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyahum,
Panyahum,
Palawan,
Palawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shemka,
Shumka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabaholwa,
Wayabaholwa,
Aidyaai,
Aidyai,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadayawa,
Wayadayawa,
Kaya Atha,
Kayatha,
Shemka,
Shumka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labadka,
Yabadka,
Alyawan,
Alyawan,
Al-Kal Ha'arataza.
Al-Kaharatazah. In English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace,
Hold not thy peace,
and be not still,
and be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
thine enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee
they that hate thee
have lifted up the
have
head.
lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted
and
against
consulted against
thy hidden ones.
thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come, and let us cut them off
and let us cut them off
from being a nation,
from being a nation.
that the name of Israel
The name of Israel
may be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, and the brook of Kishon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes, Azabah and Azalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as a fire burneth a wood, and as a flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So, okay. Mm-hmm. You know, son of Christ, we're gonna get right back into it, Israel, where we left off at. All right, so with the book of Exodus, chapter 13. And what verse were you again, Young? Book of Exodus, chapter 13 and verse 14. We'll get right back into it. You know what I'm saying? For those at home, you would like to tag along or read along, you can go to blueletterbible.org. Type in Exodus chapter 13 at the top. Right. And you're going to scroll down to verse 14. You're going to press that button that says tools on the side, and it'll pull up the Hebrew so you'll be able to see what we're reading, right? So whenever you're ready, Anza.
Okay, this is the book of Exodus chapter 13 and verse 14 in Hebrew. Wahaya, kaya, yasha alaka. Bunka, Makar, La Amar, Ma, Za'ath, Wa Amarath, Aliyawa, Bakazak, Yad, Hawa Taza Ya'anwa, or Tazayanwa, Yahawa, Ma, Matazarian, Mabayath, Abadium, Slakia. Verse 15. Wa Yahaya, Kaya, Hakwasha, Paraai, Lasha, Lathnawa, Salakia, Lasha Laknawa. Waya Harag, Yahweh, Kal, Bakwar, Ba'arataza, Matazarium, Mabakar, Adam, Wa'id, Bakwar, Bahama, Al Khan, Anya, Zakak, La Yahweh, Kal, Patar, Rakam, Hazakriam, Wakal, Bakwar, Banya, Apada. Verse 16. Wa Haya, La Awath, Al, Yadaka, Wala to what pak. To what pak. Bayan ayanayaka kaya bakazak yad hawa tazaya anwa Yahweh Ma'amatazarium. Verse 17. Wahaya Bashalak Para'ai Ath Ha'aim Wala'ah Nakam Alahayim Daraka Aratazar Palashathium Kaya Quarab Hawa'a Kaya Amar Alahayim Pun Yanacham Ha'aim Bara'athum Malakama Washabwa Matazariama. Verse 18. Wayasab Alahayim Ath Ha'aim Daraka Hama Dabar Salakia Kanawakan Hada Dabar Yum Sawap Waham Mashiam Aliyah Aliyah Banya Yasha Allah Ma'aratazar Matazarian. Verse 19. Wayakwak Masha'ath Itazamwath Yawasap Imwa Kaya Hashabai Hashabai Ya'ai Ath Banya Yasha Allah La Amar Paquad Yapaquad Alahayim Athakum Waha Aliathum Ath Itazamathia Mazah Athakum. 20 to last. Verse 20. Wayasaya wa Masakath Wayahanwa Slaki Wayahanwa Ba'athum Bakwataza Hama Dabar. This is the book of Exodus chapter 13 and verse 14 in English. And it shall be when thy son asks thee in time to come, saying, what is this? That thou shalt say unto him, by strength of hand, the Lord brought us out from Egypt, from the house of bondage.
You understand? Remember last week we was reading, how it was saying when your children ask, why are we doing this? Why do we keep the Passover? Why do we keep these customs? Why do we keep these laws? You understand? The Bible says that you're supposed to tell your children why we do these things, man. And you know what I learned from that, from being a young man now and growing up in the world, it clears up all the confusion as far as why my life is the way it is, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to know why Christians always say, why, Lord? Why me? Why me, Jesus? Why my son? Why my daughter? If we would have learned this truth from young, learn this Bible from young, learn who the devil was from young, you understand? There would be no confusion when problems arise in our life, because we would know exactly what the hell we're battling. You understand? But because we're so lost, we don't know left from our right, man. We don't know just how important our culture is, just how important these laws and the commandments are. You understand? And that has us confused as I don't know what, man. You know what I mean?
If I may, sir.
God.
And we say today these kids learn so much from social media so fast. They're growing up so fast. They learn it so much. Well, they could learn this too then.
Damn right.
They could learn this. If we showed them this, just like what the brother brought out is heavy, because that's the foundation of everything that we have. If they could learn from social media, they could learn this as well.
And if I could, there's no downside to this. You know, everyone want to debunk the Bible and debunk what's in this book. This book only brings prosperity, man. This book only gives you life. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Now, the customs of America and the culture and the things you learn in this place, we know there's a lot of bad outcomes to that. There's a lot of bad routes, a lot of different avenues that bring death. You understand? But what the hell is the downside to learning the Bible? What's the downside of it trying to apply this to your life? None. You know what I mean? The only downside in our mind is that what? We got to give up that wicked lust. We got to give up all that wickedness, man. You know what I mean? And that cost is too high because of, you know, Christianity, man. Because we've been, you know, indoctrinated by Christianity, the cost of changing your life and giving up what we desire. You know what I mean? That's far more important than changing our life for God, man. That's the problem with Christianity. You know what I mean? They always want to question us and say, who taught y'all? How you know that's right? How you know that's the truth? And the first thing that comes to my mind is, did you ask your disgusting, wicked, pork chop pastor any of these questions? Of course you didn't. Why? Because everything he says appeases everything that you want, man. And it makes you feel good. And when you grow up and stop being such a big baby, you learn and find out that what? The truth hurts, man. It don't make you feel good. It's bitter on the belly. You know what I mean? And that's just the facts of it, man. You know what I mean? It's like it, read on.
Verse 15. And it came to pass, when Pharaoh would hardly let us go, that the Lord slew all firstborn in the land of Egypt, both the firstborn of man and the firstborn of beast. Therefore I sacrifice to the Lord all that openeth the matrix, being males, but all the firstborn of my children I redeem. Verse 16. And it shall be for a token upon thine hand and for thy frontlets between thine eyes. For by strength of hand the Lord brought us forth out of Egypt. Verse 17.
You understand? Like when you read these stories and you embrace this culture, you realize that we owe the Lord everything, man.
That's right.
We owe him everything, man. You understand? And being a Christian, being in the Christian church, we lose all the characteristics that you need to be righteous, man. Christianity doesn't teach you how to be humble. It doesn't teach you how to be brotherly. It doesn't teach you how to love the Lord. So you forget, you understand, everything that's in your life, you forget who the hell allowed it to happen to you, man. You get that new promotion, you get that new job, you get you know what I'm saying, you make beautiful children. You forget who the hell gave you that, man. And the beautiful thing about this Bible is when you actually read what's in here, it's impossible to forget, you know what I'm saying, who we owe our lives to, man. When you read this Bible, man, we always embrace the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? We always embrace the Lord, always remember the Lord, always pass down these customs, you know what I'm saying, and this knowledge to our children so it could never be forgotten, man. You know what I mean? But we are a long way from our customs, man. We are a long way from, you know, this truth. You understand? Until 1969. You know what I mean? Until the Isupk under Commander General Yohana, you know what I mean, hit the streets, man. Now the truth is here, man. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta go to no Christian church. You ain't gotta go learn from no I don't know if we can say that word. Don't go learn from them, you know what I'm saying, them purple bandits. The purple people eaters, the purple giant Barneys. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta go learn from them, man. You come learn from the real priests and prophets of the Lord, man, who's gonna teach you the truth and give you the real spirit of this Bible, man. Not for our own selfish desires, but because this is yours. It belongs to you. We're giving back what belongs to us, man. What was stolen from us, man. This is our inheritance. This was we were born with the right to have this Bible, man. Born with the right to have these customs. You know what I'm saying? And promised to us by, you know what I'm saying, an oath, you know what I'm saying? From our forefathers, man. So like, read on.
Verse 17. And it came to pass when Pharaoh had let the people go, that the Most High led them not through the way of the land of the Philistines, although that was near. For God said, lest peradventure the people repent when they see war and they return to Egypt. So what he's saying is like he didn't take them through a populated land because, he didn't think that they were ready for war and that they might return to Egypt out of fear. Understand? So he took them through the wilderness where there wasn't no people. The wisdom of the Most High, you got to understand. These people just came out of slavery. They wasn't ready for no war at this particular point.
Come on, man. You bring out something heavy on us all. The same way our people today are not ready for war. That's why when they see us on the street corners yelling to the top of our damn lungs, telling our people that the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of, it's too much conflict for them. It creates too many problems in their mind, and they like, hey, you gonna make Massa upset saying that now. You gonna get Massa upset. He gonna come out here, he gonna take y'all to jail. What y'all doing is wrong. When deep down inside, we know who the hell the devil is, man. We know who the deceiver is, man. You understand? But we are so afraid and we're so broken and we've been trodden down so damn low that the urge to even rule or come up against anything is not even the normal feeling anymore for a black man. To war, like we don't even have the urge to war in our damn house. So much so that we've encompassed this. What's that saying, man? It's the saying that we all say. They say every black girl. What is it? Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah. That bullshit.
That is you running from war. You running from battling. You running from having a damn argument with your big-headed woman. You know what I mean? When you cannot avoid war, man, because the Bible says that God is a man of war, man. You understand? But we are a destroyed people. You understand? So, of course, as priests and prophets, you know what I'm saying? The Water command Jen and Johanna for teaching us how to know how to take care of our people, man, and how to raise our people up the same way he raised us up, man, and taught us this art of warfare, man, this spiritual warfare, and how we have to embrace that spirit. You got to embrace it. You can't run from it, man. You cannot run from war. You can't run from battle. You can't run from conflict. But of course, like you said, you know what I'm saying, you got to understand the wisdom of the Lord. The Lord knew his people were destroyed, man. You know what I mean? So he ain't had them take them into no situation where it was going to what? Cause them to go to war, because they was going to run. They was going to flee. They was going to run and flee for their damn life, man. Weren't ready for no war. They just got out of being oppressed. You know what I mean? Just got out of damn being beaten to death and worked to damn death. You understand? Broken down, man. You know what I mean? Read on.
It's lucky if I may.
Okay.
I just want to say something real quick. News flash. If you're striving to satisfy that woman, she's never going to be satisfied. You get it? If that's what you're striving for, she's never going to be satisfied. Verse 18.
So, like, if I could try, because now you mess with me. Trying to satisfy and give a woman everything she wants is like trying to quench the thirst of a well. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen.
Never.
You're going to keep pouring water in that damn well, and it's going to keep wanting more water, man. You understand? Come into the truth. Come into these classes. Learn what the hell you're supposed to do for a woman, man.
I don't want to call it. Verse 18. But the Most High led the people about through the way of the wilderness of the Red Sea. And the children of Israel went up harnessed out of the land of Egypt. Mm-hmm. Verse 19. And Moses took the bones of Joseph with them, for he had straitly sworn the children of Israel, saying, the Most High will surely visit you, and you shall carry up my bones away hence with you. And they took, so like when those Egyptologists keep on talking about they don't find no bones, our bones are not meant to be found. Right. The bones are buried and they decay and they go back to the earth, man. You understand what I'm saying? Your bones are meant to be found because of the foolishness that you were doing, thinking that you were taking your riches with you to the next life. Okay,
right. That's why they still finding them chariots and y'all damn bones in the bottom
and
of
mummified cats and alligators,
right, the bottom of the ocean,
and murdered your servants and thinking that they was going with you.
Right. There's a reason why all that is on record. You know what I mean? Use y'all as an example. So we know just how, you know what I'm saying, wicked and evil, and just how much of a people we are not the same people, man.
Kind of one God.
From history alone tells y'all we are not the same people with these Hamites, man. I mean, what more examples do black people need? In the 400 years of us being over here in America, ain't nobody ever brought up no article about black American family keeps African customs. Mummified tomb is found, been buried 200, 300 years in America. Slave family buried themselves with the dog and the cat and the children all together. No, man, you ain't gonna find it here because that ain't our goddamn custom. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of nonsense, man.
Verse 20. And they took their journey from Succoth and encamped in Etham in the edge of the wilderness. Okay, we're going to go 21. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 13, verse 21 in Hebrew. Waya Hawa Halaka La Panyahum Yawamam Ba'ai Mawad Ainan Lana Kathum Hadaraka Wala Yala Ba'ai Mawad Ash Laham Ayar Laham Walakath Yawamam Walayala. Verse 22. La'ah Yamayash Imawad Ha'ainan Yama Yawamam Wa Imawad Ha'ash Lalayala Lapanya Ha'aim. Next chapter. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14 and verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayadabar Yahweh al-Mashah la Amar. Verse 2. Dabar al-Banya Yasha Allah Waya Shabwa Waya Hanwa La Panya Paya Hakaya Rath Bayan Magadal Wabayan Hayam Lapanya Baal Tazapan Wakakwa Salaki Nakakwa the Kanwa the Kaknawa or the Kanwa Salakia the Kanwa Al Hayam. Verse 3. Wa Amar Para'ai Labanya Yasha Allah Nabakayam Hum Ba'aratazar Sagar Aliyahum Hamadabar. Verse 4. Waha Zakwathia Ath Lab or Laba Para'ai Radap Akariahum Wa'a Kabada Wa'a Kabada Baparai Wabakal Hayalawa or Hayalawa Waya the Iowa Matazarium Kaya Anya Yahawa Waya Salakia Waya Aishawa Khan. Verse 5. Wagad Lamalak Matazarium Kaya Barak Ha'aim Waya Hapaka Labab Para'ai Iwa Badayawa Al Ha'aim Waya Amarwa Ma Za'af Aisha Yanwa, Aisha Yanwa, Kaya, Shalak Nawa, Af, Yasha Allah, Ma'ai, Ba Dunwa, Wa'aiba Dunwa. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 13, and verse 21. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them away, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night. So they was traveling all day, man, for a long. I mean, they was walking, man. Verse 22. He took not away the pillar of the cloud by day, nor the pillar of fire by night from before the people. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14, and verse 1 in English. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel that they turn and encamp before Phiharath between Migdol and the sea, over against Baal-Zephon, before shall ye encamp by the sea. Verse 3, for Pharaoh will say of the children of Israel, they are encamped in the land, the wilderness has shut them in. Verse 4, and I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and he shall follow after them, and I will be honored upon Pharaoh. You understand? It, you know, I guess we could wait till we get to that particular, yeah. And and I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, that the Egyptians may know that I am the Lord. That's right. And they did so. Verse 5, and it was told the king of Egypt that the people fled, and that the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants was turned against the people. And they said, why have we done this, that we have let Israel go from serving us?
You know what I'm saying? So now that the pain and the agony and the mourning is slightly less than it was before, now the reality of the situation come back. And you're like, man, we done let our damn servants go, man. Why the hell we do this? You know what I'm saying? Look outside, they ain't see no more buildings being constructed, no more farming being done. You're like, man, what's going on, man? We supposed to do this work? We supposed to keep building Egypt? Why the hell we done let these people go, man? You know what I'm saying?
In other words, they was poor.
Come on.
Without the Israelites, they didn't have nothing.
Nothing, man.
They had to regroup. They didn't want to do the work, as the brother said.
You understand? Imagine America. Imagine America without blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, man.
That's hard to imagine.
Like, you gotta really, like, that's what I'm saying. You gotta. That's all. I was just about to say, that's a hard thing to imagine, man. You understand? Because we are the foundation, the bread and butter, the salt. We're the reason this place turns. So just imagine taking away the wheels of a car and watch it move. Take the axle off the car and see where it go. You know what I mean? Like this is heavy. And the Pharaoh, you know what I'm saying, them Egyptians, they realizing just how devastating this is gonna be to them, man. We done let our damn slaves go, man. You know what
I don't want car. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14, and verse 6 in the Hebrew. Wayamar ath rakabwa wa'ath imwa lakwak imwa. Verse 7, Wayakwak Shasha Ma'awath Rakab Bakawar Lakal Rakab Matazarium Washalashium or Washalashium Al Kolwa. Verse 8, Waya Kazak, Waya Kazak, Yahweh Ath, Laba, Parai, Malak, Matazarium, Waya Radap, Akira, Akaria, Salakia, Akaria, Banya Yasha Allah, Wabanya Yasha Ra'ala, Yataza Ayam, Bayad, Ramah. Verse 9. My phone is reacting slow. Waya Radapwa, Matazarium, Akariahum, Waya Shayagawa, Awathum, Kunyam, Al, Hayam, Kal, Sawas, Rakab, Parai, Waparashiawa, Wakaya Lawa, Paya, Ha, Kayarath, Lapanya, Baal, Tazapun. Verse 10. Waparai, Aquariab, Waya Sha'awa, Banya Yasha'ala Ath, Ayanayahum, Wahana, Matazarium, Nasai, Akariahum, Waya Yara'awa, Ma'ad, Waya Taza Aikwawa, Banya Yasha'ala Al Yahweh. Verse 11. Waya Amarwa Al Masha Hama Bolia Ayan Quabarium Bamatazarium Laquakathinawa or Lakakanya Kanwa Bamawath Bamadabar Ma Zaath Ashiath Lanwa Laka Watazaya Anwa Mamatazarium. Verse 12. Hala'ah Za Hadabar Ashar the Barnawa Aliyaka Ba Matazarium La Amar Kadol Mamanwa Lana Ibada Lima Ibada Ath Matazarium Kaya Tawab Lanwa Ibad Ath Matazarium Mama Salakia Ma Makathnawa or Ma Mathunwa Mama Thunwa Bama Dabar. Verse 13. Waya Amar Masha Al Ha'im Al the Ra'awa Hathia Tazabwa Wara'awa Ath Yasho Wa'aith Yahweh Masha Ashar Ya Aisha Lakam Hayawam Kaya Ashar Ra'ayathum Ath Matazarium Hayawam La Tasayapwa Lara Atham Iwad Id Awalam forever. Is that the last one? Okay, so we go back to 6. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14 and verse 6. And he made ready his chariot and took his people with him. Pharaohs are coming. Verse 7. And he took 600 chosen chariots, and all the chariots of Egypt, and the captains over every one of them. And the Lord hardened the heart of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and he pursued after the children of Israel. And the children of Israel went out with an high hand. They're getting that holy push. Verse 9. But the Egyptians pursued after them all the horses and the chariots of Pharaoh and his horsemen and his army, and overtook them encamping by the sea before Pihahiroth, before Baal-Zephon. Verse 10. When Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and behold, the Egyptians marched after them, and they were sore afraid. And the children of Israel cried out unto the Lord. Verse 11, and they said unto Moses, because there were no graves in Egypt. Dang. Hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? Wherefore hast thou dealt thus with us to carry us forth out of Egypt? Man, if that don't sound like Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians,
Come on,
I'm
man.
trying to tell you.
I just always think about, like, man, Moses was a different type of cat, man. You know what I mean? To be able to bear this burden and deal with a nation of people, man, just so destroyed, just so broken. You know what I mean? They're in fear for their life. They're going to him like, man, what the hell, man? Them Egyptians are behind. You brought us out here just to die? All that damn marching and running away just to die? You know what I'm saying?
If I may, sir.
Con.
And not only that, sir, but they said there's no meaning that we didn't die in Egypt. Now we out here, they didn't disregard what the Most High just did for them.
Right.
Like, just like that. Just like that. They forgot the whole thing, man. You understand?
Mm.
And that's something. That was a hell of a statement, man. You know?
Oh, yeah, read the next one, too.
And
So
I mean, I've read these before, but sometimes they just hit you a little bit different.
yeah, man. Nah, you right about that.
Read 10 again, you say?
No, keep going.
Okay. Hast thou taken us away to die in the wilderness? Wherefore thou hast dealt with us to carry us forth out of Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 12. Is not this the word that we did tell thee in Egypt, saying,
like, see, Moses, we told you.
let us alone. Let us alone.
Mm.
That we may serve the Egyptians. Lord, America.
Yeah, like, didn't we tell you this, man? Might as well just stay here, man. Let's just serve the Egyptians, man. We got food, we got wine. You know what I'm saying?
Where can I get better clothes than this?
Come on, man.
Where can I get better food than this?
You know what that's called? This is an example of, you know what I'm saying, of Stockholm syndrome, man. This is what Stockholm syndrome looks like in the Bible. Problems that we have in America are no different than they were back then, man. This is what happens when you are oppressed and trodden down by a nation for so long that you don't even know what it's like to be free. You can't even fathom what freedom is, physically or mentally. At this point, it's physical and mental. They don't even, you know what I'm saying? They don't even know what the damn difference is between either. You understand? Because now they ain't got to go to a slave. They ain't got to till the earth. You know what I'm saying? But mentally, they just so destroyed, man. And would rather go back and till the land and till the earth all damn day vigorously just to have some food, just to have some wine, and just know that, you know, hey, at least we're alive. You know what I'm saying? Black people we've been conditioned to just survive, man. We don't know what living is. We know how to survive. We know how to just get by. That's all our life is about. You know what I mean? And I always think about it on this level, specifically with the music, with the culture, with the music, because when brothers get that money and they move on up, same thing with sisters too. What we start talking about? Start talking about, oh, we ain't eating ramen noodles no more. Now we eating steak and lobster. I done bought mama a house. I got money to buy this. I got money to buy that. it's different for us, man. That's why I hate when they try to compare us to these devils, because everybody want to bring up Eminem, and he was in poverty, he was broke, but does he rap about the same things? No. Does he rap about how he bought his mama a house? You know what I'm saying? He bought his wife a car. No, he rap about killing his damn mother and tying up his wife. You know what I mean? And he didn't rap about, oh, now we done made it, we out of the ghettos. You know what I mean? When he was in the damn hood. So, you know what I'm saying? So they say, I wouldn't know. You know what I mean? But culturally, it's different, man. Black people have just been conditioned to just survive and just make it. And any chance we get to get some pressure off our back, man, we run and we jump to it. Even if it's going back to serve someone who was oppressing us, man. Even if it's standing chain. That's why when we go on the street corners and we talk about separate from America, they're like, what the hell? What do you mean separate from America?
Where we gonna go?
Where the hell we gonna go? Because they're thinking physically, we gonna go. We're gonna be like, what y'all, the new Marcus Garvey or something? Like, what you can take us back to Africa? Nah, man. You know what I mean? Take your spirit out of this place, man. But this story, man, this is heavy, man. And like you say, Yanazov, this ain't blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? Talking like this to Moses. Moses was a different type of brother, man. Moses had a different type of strength and a different type of love for black people, man. You understand? I pray. I pray to the Lord one day I'm able to have, 5% of the strength Moses had, man.
So I can say, and with all his strength, the Most High said he was the most tender-hearted man.
Come on, man.
On the planet Earth, man.
That was a loving brother, man.
He was, man. That's what that means, man.
To endure these type of comments. You know what I'm saying? You just took charge, you know what I'm saying, under the Lord, of course, and saving your people. You know what I'm saying? Put your life on the line. And and like you said, as soon as the pressure back a little bit, they done forgot about everything. They done forgot how the Lord just destroyed these people. You know what I mean? Just murdered them. Like that, like it was nothing. You forgot already. Why? Because now death knocking on the door. And we so damn afraid, so afraid. You know what I'm saying? Read on. So like it.
And he said, for it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness.
Look at that, man. Come on, man. You understand? And Commander Johanna has taught us better than that. We have what's called integrity in here, man. You understand? We don't give up our God, serving our God for nobody, man. Whether it be for death or for life. You know what I'm saying? Neither. You know what I mean? We serve our God until we die. If you a black man, that should mean something to you, man. You know what I mean? How do you want to be remembered? You want to be remembered as a Negro that just bent over and did what you was told your whole life just to survive, just to make it to the next day? That's what you want your memory to be? I mean, if you find glory in that, then, I mean, more power to you, brother. I'd rather be known as a Negro that died standing up for God, for this truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Negro that died fighting for his nation. There's much more glory in that to me. I'd rather that be, I got to worry about, while I'm on my deathbed or dying and, you know what I'm saying, with a blade or whatever, from a bullet wound or whatever, from serving the Lord. At least my mind will be at peace because I died doing what a man should do. You know what I mean? That's the strength we're trying to get back in our brothers, man. You know what I mean? That's what we need back in Israel, man. We need that vibe back, man. You understand? Because now our people are trodden down and so destroyed, man. We'd rather just serve. Ain't that what he said? He said it has been better for us to serve the Egyptians than we should die in the wilderness. We would rather die being slaves than die being free men. I mean, if that ain't destruction, man, I don't know what is, man. We destroyed, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can read on.
So willing to serve others than the Most High.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know what I mean? And this is us today. It's easier to serve the slave master in our minds because we've been slaves. It's the same thing. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14 and verse 13. And Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show you today. For the Egyptians.
Oh, it's supposed to be the Hebrew.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Salakia.
Yeah, you stopped at 12 in the English.
Okay. Cut one car. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14 and verse 13.
It's like I was talking too long. I think I threw you off, my brother.
No, because we started at 6.
Yeah. So it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, come. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14 and verse 13 in the Hebrew. Wayamar Masha al Ha'im al Hayara'awa Hafaya Tazabwa Rara'awa Ath Yashawa Aith Yahawa Ashar Ayasha Ya'aisha Salaki Ya'aisha Lakam Hayawum Kaya Ashar Ra'ayatham Ath Batazarium Hayawum La'a Thasaya Power or Thayasapwa. Nope. Thasayapwa. Yeah, Thasayapwa. La Ra'atham Iwad Id Wa Iwalam. Verse 14, Yahweh Yalakam Lakam Wa Atham the Karaya Shah. So I gotta sound this one out first. The Karaya Shawan. Tayakarash Yo Shawan. I gotta work on that one. So the Karash one. Yash one. Okay, let's move on. Verse 15. Waya Amar Yahweh al Mashah Ma Fataza Aik Aliyah the bar al Banya Yasha Allah Waya Sa'aiwa. Verse 16. Wa'atha Haram Ath Mataka Wanata Ath Yadaka al Hayam Waba Kwa Ihawa Waya Ba'awa Banya Yasha Allah Bathawaka Hayam Baya Basha Waya Basha. Verse 17. Wa Anya Hananya Makazak Ath Laba Matazarium Waya Ba'awa Akariahum Waba Wa'a Kabada Baparai Wabakal Kayalawa or Kayolwa Barakabwa Wa Baparashawa. Verse 18. Verse 18. Waya da'aiwa Matazarium Kaya Anya Yahawa Baha Kabadak Baha Kabadia Baparai Barakabwa Waba Parashawa. Verse 19. Wayasai Malaaka Ha Alahayim Haha Laka Lapanya Makana Yasha Allah Waya Laka Ma'akariahum Waya Sai I'm Wad Ha'ainawa Ma'panyahum Waya Imad Ma'akariahum. Verse 20. Waya ba'a bayan makana matazarium wabayan mahana Yasha'ala wa Yahaya ha'ainwa. No, Salakia. Ha'ainwa. No, ha'ainan. Wahanan. Hahanan. Waha Kashaka. Waya Ar. Ath. Haylayala. Wala Karab Za Al Za Kal Halayala. Verse 21. Wayat Masha Af Yadwa Al Hayam Wayawalaka Yahawa Af Hayam Barawak Kwadayam Aiza Kal Halayala Wayasham Ath Hayam Lakarabka. Nope. Lakaraba Waya Bakwa Aiwa Hamayam. One concert. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14, and verse 13 in English. And Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still, and we will see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever. Man, that sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds real familiar. You heard that before.
Yeah, you understand? Verse 14, the Lord shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. You understand? It's coming again, y'all. Like, when I read these scriptures, if I may, sir, I know what's about to go down, man. Because we're in captivity again. We're in Egypt again by way of ships. You understand? And the Most High said that he raised up Egypt to show his power in the earth. You understand? And that, you understand, once he did what he's about to do, his name was pronounced throughout the earth. Meaning that everybody knew that the Most High was with us, man. And it's going to go down again. Verse 15. And when the Lord said unto Moses, wherefore criest thou unto me? Speak unto the children of Israel that they go forward. Verse 16. But lift up thou up thy rod, and stretch out thine hand over the sea, and divide it, and the children of Israel shall go on dry ground through the midst of the sea. Verse 17. And behold, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, and they shall follow them, and I will get me honor upon Pharaoh and upon all his host, upon his chariots and upon his horsemen. Verse 18, and the Egyptians shall know that I am the Lord, when I have gotten my honor upon Pharaoh, upon his chariots, and upon his horsemen. Verse 19, and the angel of the Most High, which went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them. And the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. I'm doing a class in which is going to include this scripture to break down. We ain't gonna go into it now. But that's a powerful scripture right there. You understand? We're gonna get it in. Verse 20. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. So very quickly, whatever this thing is, it was in front of the camp and instantly moved from in front of Israel to between Israel and the Egyptians. Think about that for just a second and tune in. Okay? And it was a cloud and a darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these, so that one came not near the other all night. Meaning that the Egyptians stopped in their tracks, man. When they saw this, whatever this thing was, when they saw it, They stopped in their tracks and they ain't gonna move for a whole day. Verse 21. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. Y'all saw the movie, right? Only it happened that night, according to the scriptures. You understand? Okay. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 22. Waya in the Hebrew, Waya ba'awa, banya yasha Allah, bathawaka, hayam, baya basha, waham mamyam, salakia, waha mayam, laham, kama, maya mayanam, wama shama'alam. Verse 23. Waya radapwa matazarium waya ba'awa a karyahum kal sawas para'ai lakabwa waparashawa al thawaka hayam. Verse 24. Wayahaya ba ashamarath habakwar wayashakwap Yahweh al makana matazarium ba'ai mawad ash wa ainwa was salakia wa ainan Wayahum ath makana matazarium. Verse 25. Wayasar ath upon marakabathiawa. Wayanahagah hawa. Bakabadath. Waya Amar Matazarium Anawasa Mapanya Yasha'ala Kaya Yahawa Walaham Laham Ba Matazarium. Verse 26. Wayu Amar Yahawa Al Mashah Natah Ath Yadaka al Hayam Wayashabwa Hamayam al Matazorium al Rakabwa wa al Parashawa. Yeah. Kind of one kind. Verse 27. Wayat Masha'ath Yadwa al Hayam Wayashab Hayam Lapanwath Bakwar La Aya Kanwa La Matazarium La Sayam Nasayam Salakia La Kwara Athwa Wayana'ar Yahweh Ath Matazarium Bath Waka Hayam. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14 and verse 21 in English. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on the right hand and on the left. Verse 23. And the Egyptians pursued and went out in after them in the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen.
I just want to speak on that at one part what you just read, right? When you said the waters were a wall unto them on the left and the right side. Can you just try to embrace that just for a second? Talking about the ocean being split open, right, by the winds of the earth. And you look to your left, and all you see is water. And then you look to your right, and all you see is the water, which means what? What's in the water? It's fish, all types of, creatures. They just swimming doing that. Can you imagine just seeing something like this? And the Christian church don't think this is important to teach our people? These type of acts that the Lord has done for us? Come on, man. This is something you should teach children. Children will love stuff like this, man. You teach your kids stuff like this, that's gonna make them love the Lord. They're like, wow, we serve a power like that. Yeah, baby. You know what I'm saying? The Lord did this for us. You know what I mean? And He gonna do the same thing for us again in America, man. He gonna save us from these people. You know what I mean? Like this is important, man. That's how you know the Christian church is the house of Satan, man. To want to neglect these scriptures and neglect what's in this Bible, it's not the truth, man.
And if I may,
come on, please.
When they do mention these things, they're making it like it's some kind of fairy tale,
right? And
that they're not related to the event. See, that's where the the dishonesty comes in at, whether it's known or unknown. You understand what I'm saying? But when you're able to just tie this to your own history, it has a whole different perspective, man. Understand? The Christian church doesn't tie this, you understand, to a people that's alive today. The whole earth goes on, you understand, as if Israel was no more. I was watching, so like, if I may, real quick, I was watching this Western movie. I like cowboy movies, right? So I was watching this cowboy movie, and this woman was reading this devil was reading the Bible in a movie, and she was talking about the children of Israel, and it was striking to me as if they was like some historical people that don't exist anymore.
Oh man!
And you know what I'm saying? And when I was watching it, I thought about it. This is how they perceive Israel in the world. Like we disappeared, or those Caucasoids over there that are claiming our heritage is the true Israelites. It's either one or the other. But they don't perceive the truth because the truth is not in them because they're a bunch of liars.
That's right.
Let me get back. Salakia, verse 24. Come. And it came to pass, verse 24, that in the morning watch, the morning watch, the Lord looked up unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of the fire and the cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians, and took off their chariot wheels, that they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fighteth with them against the Egyptians. Verse 26. And the Lord said, and the Lord said unto Moses, stretch out thine hand over the sea, and the waters may come again upon the Egyptians and upon their chariots and upon their horsemen. Meaning that the wall, when the brother was describing a wall on each side, that wall collapsed on the Egyptians, man, and drowned them, including Pharaoh. In the movie, Pharaoh survives, but in the Bible, which is the truth, the Most High killed him too. You understand?
Hold up, Yanzar. God loves everybody on his arm. So there's no way he murdered Pharaoh and those Egyptians, man.
No way.
This gotta be a typo, because clearly he loved everybody, so he let them, get across to the other side so he could be able to kill the Israelites, right? Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? They drowned. They drowned. That's why they still finding chariots and gold, all type of stuff. What in the bottom of that sea to this day.
Yesterday, I read an article, if I may, sir, where right off the coast of Israel, they found I think it was a Greek or Roman ship with a lot of marble artifacts.
Yeah.
That they were taking back to Greece, of course. You understand? Where they probably stole from our land. I'm not saying they stole it from us, but they were taking it back to Greece, and the ship sank. So they was taking it from our land. You understand? And this is what they've done. Like all of their riches in England and in Greece, they stole everything, man. If they went into the temple and they saw some gold fastened to a door, or they saw some beautiful artifacts, they stole it, man. That's all. You understand what I'm saying? So what this brother's saying is heavy because they're finding all the time. Yesterday in the class right there, you can see on the board, they found a stone called the Kirbet Kwayafa, and they found it in 2007. And on it was 5 sentences. It's a small thing, but they dated it back to the time of David. And where they found it, the place is called Kirbet Kwayafa, was on the hillside in the valley of Elah. The valley of Elah is where David slew Goliath. And what they're saying, because the place was 6 acres in volume, and the walls were very thick, that it was like a military observation or outpost. That's what they're saying during the time of King David. And these things come out, and of course, if I may say, the Jewish man, he takes hold of these artifacts as if they're his. But in reality, it doesn't belong to him at all. He was not there. He was not there during the time of David. He's not Israel. And this is something that you can look up and see. You understand? He's the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And during this time, the Egyptians was the devil that the Bible speaks of. They were the enemy. The devil is the enemy of God, of the Most High, and thus the enemy of the Most High's children. The devil can't do nothing against the Most High, but he can sure take it out on his children. And that's what he's doing. That's what the Egyptians was doing. You understand what I'm saying? The Most High brought us into Egypt, and the Egyptians had a chance to do right by us. But they hated us, meaning that they hated God. They that hate thee have lifted up their head. And so they put us in slavery. Just like over here. The devil over here, he has an opportunity to do right by us, but he's not. Because it don't benefit him. Because he cannot abide in the truth. So like it, sir.
No, it's what?
Go on, sir. And this is the situation we find ourselves in again. You understand? And in the Isupk County Commander Junior Honor, we got to wake you up to the truth. And this is why we make these commentaries on these scriptures, to show the correlation of us in the past and us now. There's no difference, man. You were right there. You were right there. You understand what I'm saying? You was right there. Either you was in another body or you was still in the sack of your forefathers. One way or another, you were there. You understand? There's what I'm saying is there's no difference between us in Egypt back then and us in Egypt now. There's no difference other than technology. The only difference is the technology and who we're in slavery under. That's all. It's the same gift, a different package, man. Verse 27. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength when the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it, and the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. This is the last set, right? And this is the book of Exodus, Wayashabwa, chapter 14, verse 28, Salakia. Wayashabwa, Hamayam, Wayakasawa, Ath, Harakab, Wa'ath, Haparashiam, Lakol, Hayol, Para'ai, Haba'ayam, Akaryahum, Bayam, La'ah, Nasha'ar, Bahum Aid, Akkad. Verse 29. Wabunya Yasha'ala, Halakawa, or Halakwa, Bayabasha, Bathawaka, Hayam, Wahamayam, Lahum, Kama, Maya Mayanum. No. Mayanum. Mayanum. Wama Shema Alam. Verse 30. Waya Washai. Yahweh Baya Wum. Ha Hawa Ath Yasha Allah Mayad Matazarium. Waya Ra'ah Yasha Allah Ath Matazarium Math Al Shapath Hayam. Verse 31. Waya Ra'ah Yasha Allah Ath Hayad Ragad Dalah Ashar Aisha Yahweh Bamatazarium Waya Ra'awa Ha'aim Ath Yahweh Waya Amayanwa Baya Ba Yahweh Waba Masha Ibadwa. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4. Three more in the next chapter. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 1 in the Hebrew. Az Yashar Masha Wabanya Yasha Allah Ath Hasharia Salakia Hashayara Hazaath La Yahweh Waya Amar wa La Amar Aisha Yara La Yahweh Kaya Ga'a Sawas Wara Kabwa Ramah Bayam. Verse 2. Isaiah was a Morath. Yahaya Laya Shawa'ai Za Aliyah Wa Un Wahawa Aliyah Alahaya Abiyah Wa Ara Man Hawa Wara Mum Nawa Nahawa. Verse 3. Yahweh Ayash Malakama. Oh my God, that's my favorite. Yahweh Shamwa. That's a good way. Okay. That's one of my favorite verses in the whole Bible. Real. 14. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 14, and verse 28. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the host of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. But the children of Israel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right and on their left hand. Verse 30. And the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. And Israel saw the great works which the Lord did upon the Egyptians, and the people feared the Lord and believed the Lord and his servant Moses. This is the book of Exodus, chapter, come on, man, get out the way, 15 and verse 1 in English. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horses and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. So don't think for a minute, if I may, sir, that we shouldn't be happy when the Most High destroy our enemies. They just broke out in a song, yo. I like that. Yeah. They broke out in a song, and all they did was sing about exactly what they saw.
Come on, man.
Because we could make a song. They made a song out of Mary Had a Little Lamb back in the 80s. we could make a song out of everything.
Christian church will never sing a song like what they sing right
Jack and Jill, they made a song out of that.
Christian church could never sing a song about the destroying their enemies and conquering them. What enemies? Their enemies is Satan. The spirit. And it's always funny when Christians talk about who the enemy is, because you never can identify it. they even say Satan comes in all forms and shapes and sizes, but they'll never, identify the motherfucker. Like this is crazy, bro.
Their enemy is themselves.
Right.
I posted a video. They videotaped the firing of a pastor. If you want to see it after the class.
So he got fired.
Yeah, they fired him in the church. Like they got a spokesman and they read this statement where they're actually firing him and naming the offensive that he made. And I mean, it was not kind the way they went at him.
Oh man, you gotta post that.
Yo, I posted it.
On Facebook?
Yeah.
Okay.
After class, I show it to you. Mm-hmm. And I wish y'all could see that, man. It's funny as hell. You understand? Let's get back. Because we have enemies. The Bible tells us that the Most High has enemies, man. Meaning adversaries. Those who are against him are his enemy. And how are you against God on the earth? When you're against him being the Israelites, and when the Israelites are against him, and when the other nations are against the Israelites, they're against God. Because if you touch the apple of his eye, whom we are Israelites, then you in trouble. And the world's going to find out just like Pharaoh found out. That's what we're trying to tell you. That's what the scripture teaches us. You understand? We're going to read from verse 1. Salaki, sir. The book of Exodus, chapter 15, verse 1. Then sang Moses and his children of Israel this song unto the Lord, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. That sounds like a bar, right?
Rapping. First rap ball was recorded. It's like, no, I'm just playing, man.
That's a good one, sir. Okay. Verse 2. The Lord is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. He is my power, and I will prepare him an habitation, my father's power, and I will exalt him. In verse 15, the Lord is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. That's it. That's a good way to end, man. I'm telling you.
You know what I mean? The Lord is a man of war, man. Look what he just did to them damn Egyptians. Look what he did to them Egyptians, man. He murdered them. I bet they had children. Bet they had wives. You know what I mean? People to go home to. I bet after a day or so, they was wondering, man, y'all, something going wrong, man. Imagine them saying that kingdom. The Pharaoh is dead. All the soldiers, his captains, they gone. Them people in the kingdom, man, they worried. Crying, mourning. Because now they got to figure out they lost their slaves. They lost all their firstborn. Like Egypt, they got destroyed. They got destroyed, man. You understand? We one of them damn Hamites haters. They got a lot of reasons to hate as hell. You know what I mean? I wouldn't, if I was in their position, I wouldn't like Negroes either.
Me neither.
you got the right to hate us. No sweat. That's perfectly fine.
And if I may,
Okay.
Egypt is no longer the power on the earth after this. Like,
that's it.
All the nations started coming in and taking everything from them.
That's it, man.
You understand? You know what I'm saying? And the Greeks and the Romans came and put the nail in the coffin, man, for the Egyptians, man, because we had already destroyed the strength of them, man.
And that right there was like the last blow, devastating blow. The great Egypt had fallen. That was it, man. You know what I mean? The Lord is a man of war, man. Somebody else is gonna fall too real soon.
You know, if I may, sir, like the other Israelite camps, right? They trying to criticize us because the brothers fought back, and they try to make it like over a chair. You understand? They're trying to say, "Oh, y'all fought other brothers over a chair."
Come on, man. Jim Hyman broke that down.
Yeah,
too smooth, man.
You're not
no damn chair.
Kind of one concert. They're not listening. That's the problem. You understand? They think that you know, when they came to violate Christ told them to go get a sword, man. You understand? To defend themselves, even though he didn't defend himself, but he wanted his brothers to defend themselves. So what we're trying to tell you is that, you know, this is war, man, and the Most High is going to be with those who are with him in his truth, man. Understand? And we don't violate anybody. Everybody's coming out now trying to claim that UPK is violating all of these different camps and stuff. Personally, you understand, I haven't seen it. And I know what the protocol is. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't know of any camp leader that's going to allow I've been to many camps in different cities, and I've never seen a camp leader, you understand, allow a brother to violate the camp rules. And the camp rules are the same on the East Coast, in the South, in the West, in the North, in the Midwest. It's the same camp rules. And I've never seen an ISUPK camp leader allow anyone in the camp to violate the camp rules, man. And that's what I got to say, sir.
Count, no sweat, man. So we're gonna clip it up there, man. You know what I'm saying? So Lord allow, next week we'll pick it up again. You know what I'm saying? Exodus chapter 14 and verse 16, right?
Let me record.
Exodus chapter 14 and verse 16 is what we'll pick up next week. You understand? Continue going down. You know what I mean? And reading this history, man. Reading our records. Bringing out this truth. You know what I mean? Which, of course, confounds Christianity, confounds the society that we live in, that goes up against, you know what I mean, the truth, man. That goes up against the Lord, man. We'll keep doing what we do since 1969, man. Bringing out this truth. Exodus 15 and 4. Yeah, kind of so like what I said, 14, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? With that, up here, we're just going to say Almighty. Men of Israel, gird thyself, prepare to the Torah. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrak Yah.
Amadium, which means to stand. Wapan Yaquadam, which means rise and face the east. We'll start out with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Abanawa,
Shabbat
Shemayim, Kwadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathanawa, Lakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawafnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawath Yanawa, Wala Tabia Ayanawa.
Tabiya Nawa.
Banasaya 1.
Banasaya
A
1.
ball.
A ball.
Hawashaya Nawa.
Habashaya Nawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwath.
Hamalakwa.
Waha'ala.
Waha'ala.
Wahathaparat.
Wahataparat.
Iwalamyam.
La'awalunium.
Aman.
Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
Baba Kashah.
Baba Kashah.
Nathanawa.
Lathandanawa. Hakak.
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 Para'ah.
La'pa'ah.
Kau Makala.
Kal Makala.
Wakau Marawa.
Kal Marawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Har. Ha Matazarayam.
Hamatazarayim.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Lahakwim.
Lahakwim.
Hamathium.
Hamathim.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Arakawa.
Arakawa.
Hatama Allah.
Hatama Allah.
Lagarashan.
Lagarishan.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
Tawada Aman.
Tawada Aman. In the English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast him out. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it.
The prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Why Yahweh Shah.
Why Mayaka Allah.
Why Mayaka Allah.
Allahayim.
Why Allahayim.
Matazabaya Ah.
Matazabia.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawapium.
Halawapium.
Hasaranyam.
Hasaranyam.
Kotazayanyam.
Hakatazayam.
Akoya Yoyum.
Hakayoyum.
Wah Haakwatian.
Wahagwatian.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
The water Aman.
Tawada Aman. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yahana. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it.
The 121st Psalm in the Hebrew. Aisha'ah.
Aisha.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahariam.
Al-Hahariam.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'aim.
Ma'aim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemayam.
Shemayam.
Wa'aratazar.
Wa'aratazar.
Aliyathan.
Aliyathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Ragalka.
Wagalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Ayanawam.
Shamarka.
Shemarka.
Anala'ah.
Hanala'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shemarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Kazalka.
Aliyah.
Aliyad.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashemash.
Hashemash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarat.
Walayala.
Walayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamarka.
Kalrai.
Kalrai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Atnapashka.
Atna Pashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Tazaatka.
Kazaaka.
Wabawaatka.
Wabawaaka.
Aitha.
Mayatha.
Wa'aid Iwalam.
Wa'aida Balam. In English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help coming from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
The 83rd Psalm in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Dami Alaka.
Al-Dami Alaka.
Al-Thakarash.
Al-Thakarash.
Al-Thashakwat.
Al-Thashakwat.
Al.
Al.
Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awayabiaka.
Awayabiaka.
Yahama.
Yahama,
Yawan.
Yawan,
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash,
Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka,
Irayamwa.
Yairayamwa,
Sawada.
Sawada,
Wayatha.
Wayatha,
Ya'itazawa.
Ya'itazawa,
Altazapawanyaka.
Altazapawanyaka,
Marwa.
Amarwa,
Lakawa.
Lakawa,
Wanakakidam.
Wanakakidam,
Magoya.
Magolia,
Wala'a.
Wala'a,
Yazakar.
Yazakar,
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yasha'ala,
Iwada.
Iwada,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Now Aitazawa.
Nawa'itazawa,
Laba.
Laba,
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa,
Alyaka.
Alyaka,
Barayath.
Barayah,
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa,
Aholia.
Aholia,
Adawam.
Arawam,
Wayashama.
Wayashamai,
Alayam.
Alayam,
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba,
Wahagarian.
Wahagarium,
Gabal.
Gabal,
I'm a one.
Waimawan,
I'm a lot.
Waimalak,
Palashaf.
Palashah,
I'm Yashabia.
I'm Yashabia,
Tazawar.
Tazawar,
Gama Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar,
Nalawa.
Nalawa,
Imam.
Imam,
Hayawa.
Hayawa,
Zarawai.
Zarawai,
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat,
Salah.
Salah,
Aishalaham.
Aishalaham,
Kamadjin.
Kamadya,
Kasaya.
Kasaya,
Sara'ah.
Sarah,
Kayabian.
Kayabian,
Banakal.
Barakal,
Kwayashwan.
Kwayashwan,
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa,
Bayan.
Bayan,
Ara.
Dara,
Hayawa.
Hayawa,
Daman.
Daman,
Adama.
Ladama,
Sayatamwa.
Sayatamwa,
Nada.
Nada,
Yabmawa.
Yabmawa,
Ka'arab.
Ka'arab,
Wakazaba.
Wakazaba,
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak,
Wakatazol.
Wakatazal,
Kal. Nisaya. Salakia. Manai.
Manai,
Kal. Nisaya Kamwa.
Cal Nasai Kamwa,
Ashar.
Ashar,
Amara.
Amarwa,
Nayarisha.
Nayarisha,
Lanawa.
Lanawa,
Af.
Af,
Na'awa.
Na'awaf,
Alahayim.
Alahayam,
Alahaya.
Alahayab,
Shayatamwa.
Sayatamwa,
Kagogala.
Kagogala,
Kakwash.
Kakwash,
Lapanyararaha.
Lapanyaraka,
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash,
Tabi'ira.
Tabayaira,
Ira.
Yaira,
Kalahaba.
Wakalahaba,
Alahat.
Salahat,
Harayan.
Arayam,
Khan.
Khan,
Daradapma.
Taradapma,
Basa Irika.
Basa Irika,
Wabasab.
Wabasa,
Wapafka.
Wapatka,
Tabahalam.
Tabahalam,
Mala'ah.
Mala'ah,
Panyaham.
Panyaham,
Kwalawan.
Kwalawan,
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa,
Shimka.
Shimka,
Yahawa.
Yahawa,
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa,
Wayabaholwa.
Wayabaholwa,
Aid.
Aid Yai,
Wayakaparwa.
Wayakaparwa,
Wayabadwa.
Wayabadwa,
Wayadayawa.
Wayadayawa,
Kayatha.
Kayatha,
Shimka.
Shimka,
Yahawa.
Yahawah,
Labatka.
Labadka,
Al Yawan.
Al Yawan,
Al Kalha
Al Kaharatazah. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace,
Hold not thy peace.
and be not still,
Be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
Below.
thine enemies make it tumult,
Thine enemies make a tumult.
and they that hate thee
They that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people.
and consulted against
Consulted against
thy hidden ones.
thy hidden.
They have said,
They have said,
Come, and let us cut them off
let's cut them off
from being a nation,
being a nation.
that the name of Israel
The name of Israel
may be no more remembrance.
no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
They have consulted together
with one consent.
one consent.
They are confederate against
They
thee,
are confederate against
the tabernacles of Edom,
the tabernacle of Edom
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab,
of Moab
and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. Have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb. Yea, all their princes, as Abba and as Almunah, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as a fire burneth a wood, and as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth.
We give the teacher one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shabbat, Yajimatah. bit.